Hey everybody, Daniel here with another Casual Dude review. This one is definitely less casual. I've been sharing some of my watches with you over the past few months now. I've really enjoyed sharing my stories and my watches, but today we're going to be unboxing my latest acquisition. I also want to talk a little bit about where I think the Rolex market is going because I usually work with a few different ADs. Some people think, oh, commit to one. It's better for your purchase history, things like that. But at the end of the day, I'm here to give my business to the ADs that are getting the pieces that I want. And so, as you know, a couple of weeks ago, I did get a call from two different ADs for two different watches that were both on my list. And I was not expecting the calls to come so fast. So, within a week, I had got a Rolex Explorer and then a Rolex Root Beer. You can check out my previous videos to see those. And then this one is a little bit weird, but this is a watch I've always wanted. And I just started my first watch through of The Sopranos, and I know, it's a 25-year-old show, and, everybody calls this watch the Tony Soprano or the Gabagool or the President. But this is a piece that I've wanted for a while. As I was watching the show, I said, you know what, let's go ahead and get on the list. It might be a while before I get it. And it only took a week. Now, I know this configuration is, though it's a popular configuration, precious metal watches are easier to get than a lot of the steel sports watches. And so I got this really quick. And so we're looking at, three watches from three different ADs in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And I really think, guys, that especially if you have a little bit of a history, the ADs are looking for you to come back and you're getting watches a lot quicker than you would have, 6 months ago, even, but definitely over the past 2 years. So I think this is where I am now. I've taken my name off every list there is. I did tell 180 if you get a stainless Daytona, give me a call. But other than that, I'm content. In fact, I think I'm going to try to pay myself back for this one with some, selling off my collection. Not all of it, of course, but maybe two or three pieces to pay myself back, force myself to downsize a little bit because I'm getting too many too quick at this point. So definitely hang on there if you're on a list and you're waiting for a watch. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit tougher with steel subs, GMTs of the sorts, things like that. Obviously, the Daytona is still going to take a while. Even with my spend history, my AD said that could take a while. But if you're looking for things like the Root Beer or an entry level like OP or Explorer or something like that, hang in there. If it's your first watch, it may take a little while as you're starting to build that relationship. But if you have a history, I've noticed watches are coming in extremely fast, and obviously it's not going to be pre-COVID fast, but the watches are out there, and I'm seeing a lot of people get their watches a lot sooner. And, as someone who's not a reseller or anything like that myself, I'm really happy to see that the people who want the watch are actually getting the watch. So this is the Day-Date 40 millimeter. I know I got blasted last time for not taking off the bezel guard, so we're absolutely going to do that now. But this is a yellow gold watch. I've been thinking about one of these for a while. My AD, out of nowhere, before he wasn't even on the list for a Day-Date, had sent me the platinum one with the baby blue dial, and I absolutely loved it. But I have an issue with platinum because it looks a little too much like stainless, so you don't really feel the price that's going into it. That one was a $63,000 watch. Beautiful dial, which is why it was a bit difficult to pass up, but I did pass up on it. And I think these days platinum is actually worth less than gold, so it's kind of weird that that was over $23,000 more than this one. But this is what I ended up with. I called my AD after watching The Sopranos. I could not take my eyes off Tony Soprano's watch, and I said either give me the one with the stick markers or give me the Roman one. And so this was a very close second pick, but she got this for me in a week, and I'm really excited to have it. I love this watch. I know we've talked gift with purchase in the past. I've actually done a video of some of the cool gifts that I got. And this one came with a ball marker, a golf ball marker, and a golf glove. I will try to work that into the video really quick. And yeah, unfortunately, the golf glove is a little too small for me. And it's also for the left hand, and I'm left-handed when I play sports like golf and things like that. Anything that requires a swing, I do left-handed. So let's talk a little bit about the watch. We got the Roman dials, the Roman marker dial with champagne color, fluted bezel, and very obviously yellow gold. And so I got to think what I'm going to do. My retirement watch was supposed to be the two-tone Datejust with fluted bezel, champagne dial, Jubilee bracelet. I said that was going to be my retirement watch, but no, this is obviously the retirement watch. So we'll wear this sporadically now, special events, things like that. And we will daily it when I'm old enough to retire on a beach somewhere in Florida. So let's go ahead and take that off the cushion. Took one link off this one. My wrist is 7.75 inch around circumference, and so one link was enough and it fits just perfectly. I do love that the watch does not have an obvious clasp, and instead you just get the Rolex crown there. Nice polished center and brushed yellow gold outer. And here it is on the wrist. Absolutely gorgeous watch. For me, this is kind of like the Big Daddy. I mean, there's nothing really above this that I think I want from Rolex at this time. I mean, if a Platinum Daytona landed in my lap, I wouldn't say no to that. But, you know, honestly, I love the Daytonas. I am more of a Speedmaster fan, and spending that kind of money on a Platinum Daytona would be a bit much. But, you know, sometimes when you get that call, it's hard to say no. But we'll see what happens there. It is not on my list. I'm hoping I don't get the call. Hoping I'm not tempted with that. But the Datejust is kind of my reigning watch for now. So if you're going to leave a comment, please don't tell me to get something else, because I am a bit of an impulse buyer. But this watch is around the $41,000 mark before taxes. And like I said, my goal, because I've been wanting to downsize for a while, even though I love having a big collection that I can share with you, is to sell a couple of pieces to pay this off. Not something I have to do, so it's tempting to keep my collection, but I realized after a few years of just buying, a lot of them are just sitting in the case, in the safe, and I'm spending money to insure them. I'll eventually have to spend money to service them, so I really want to work on my collection, not by too much. I think this would be my 16th piece, and I'd like to get down to maybe 10 of watches that I wear regularly or hold some sort of sentimental or other value. So let's take another close look at this. We'll switch up to the close-up camera. Now, the one issue I have with this is that, you know, during the hot times, Southern California heat, I do swell up a bit. And so, there we go. There is no micro adjustment on this watch. So again, this is 40 millimeter, all yellow gold, champagne dial with the Roman markers. And then of course you have your day of the week function and your numeric date of the month function. So you can see the case back is still stickered there. Absolutely gorgeous piece. Now, one of the questions I got a lot on my other video for the solid gold Speedmaster, now I do only have 2 full precious metal pieces, and it's this one and it's the gold Speedmaster. So I did bring the gold Speedmaster because a lot of people were interested in seeing what the moonshine gold was like. And so we're going to compare those two a little bit here. You can see it is a little bit more pale. That is because of the mixture. They are both 18 karat gold, both same percentage of gold in each watch, but some of the other metals that they mix it with are different. And so you do see that the yellow gold on Rolex has a bit more of a copper tone to it, and that's because they use more copper. And so we will keep this video relatively short. We'll show off the Day-Date a little bit more because that's why you're here. And we'll see if we can go grab that golf glove and show that off as well. So a very comfortable watch. It wears a lot like a Jubilee bracelet. You see the polished gold case there. And there's the clasp. As I mentioned, no micro adjustment. And it is nice because it's a bit of a camouflaged clasp. So we will put this back on the cushion, lock it down, and then we will put it back here while I grab the golf club really quick. If you're still with me, thank you for your patience. And so here is the ball marker right here. The hat still eludes me. I've been looking for a golf hat from all my ADs for a while now, and nobody ever seems to have it. So it's like feels like an enamel pin. And it has a clip with markers right there. So very cool. The golf glove, which does not fit, is right here. And so really nice material. Somebody told me it was made by one of the major golf suppliers. So let's see if there's any other branding here. Yep, there you go, tailor-made. Men's regular. So very cool. I mean, I am tempted just to keep it in my collection, but somebody else told me that this, let's see here, is magnetic. And it is, very cool. So this is also a ball marker. As you can tell, I'm not much for golf. Don't belong to a country club or anything, but this is very cool. I didn't know about that until somebody mentioned it. And so this is magnetic. I do believe a lot of different golf gloves have this, but it's kind of a bit of a flex to be able to put this down on the green when it's got a Rolex logo on it. That way you know it's yours. So pretty cool, very soft. Again, you know, this is just kind of a rebranded glove from a major golf manufacturer, tailor-made. And yeah, very cool, nice little collectible. All right, and so with that, I will say thank you for watching. I'm really excited to have this piece. This is kind of my big daddy right now. I have a lot of stainless and sports watches, and I think it's time to kind of downsize that a little bit. I've got some great watches, and it's time to really focus on the ones that I'm gonna wear and love. So that's, I guess, another lesson of this video is, you know, I think sometimes we get wrapped into the collecting aspect of it and the thrill of the hunt, which admittedly is something that I definitely got wrapped into. But, you know, make sure you use what you buy. You know, this is, like I said, the market is softening. I think it was always not really a great idea to look at as a watch as an investment, a sentimental investment maybe, but not a financial investment. And so we're at the point now where, you know, look for the watches that you want to wear. You know, don't make some of the mistakes that I did and get just kind of wrapped up in, you know, before you enjoy your watch, like you're looking for your next watch. So really think of it as kind of, what am I going to wear? What is going to be worth to insure and service every, you know, 5 to 7 years? What am I going to invest my time and money into as, you know, just a handful of watches that I might have for different occasions? What am I going to daily? My daily is still going to be my Speedmaster and my Submariner. But, you know, this is something, like I said, I can see myself growing old with or wearing to special events, things like that. And I think everybody should have a diverse collection. My collection, as you've seen, is not that diverse, but I love it anyway. And so we're going to really kind of think about what we want to kind of put on the market and downsize. And, you know, I'm not looking for a major return. I never bought watches, you know, thinking that one day I would sell them, at least one day soon. And so what we're going to try to do is recoup some of the money that I spent on that, and we're going to put it towards this, and we're going to be happy with what we've got. And until then, I will keep making videos. So thank you so much for watching. I do have some more watches that I have not done unboxings or reviews or story times with yet. So there will still be more watch content, so stay tuned for that. But this is the last watch on my list, and I wanted to share it with you. I got it, I picked it up 2 days ago, so I wanted to pick it up while it was fresh and kind of give my story on how I think the market is softening. And like I said, it's 3 watches in about a month's time. Things are looking good. So, you know, keep your head up if you're looking for your dream watch. I hope you find it, and I hope it gets here sooner rather than later. Love to read all of your comments. I do try to respond to almost all of them. Sometimes there's just nothing to say to them, so I don't respond if there's, you know, nothing I can really say back. But yeah, I love your feedback. Let me know how I can make this channel better. Let me know what you think of this piece. If it really came down to it and you had an option for both, You know, would you rather have the Moonshine Omega or a precious metal Rolex? You know, maybe it's a full gold Daytona. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on that. But I did want to show for comparison because a lot of people don't really understand how kind of pale this gold is. It doesn't have that kind of reddish hue to it, and a lot of people like that. I like it because it is a little bit more subtle. It doesn't stand out as much as the yellow gold on Rolex. I do have a bunch of two-tone Rolexes. You can also check those out in my other videos, but the full gold, I think Omega definitely kind of nailed it with the moonshine, and they have a much more muted tone to it, and it wears a lot less flashy. But this watch was bought to be flashy, and I love it, and yeah, that's my story. So thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you have any questions, comments, drop them down below. I really appreciate all the feedback I'm getting. A lot of people, you know, my stories are connecting with them. I think it gives some people hope that the market is getting better. I know there's a ton of people out there who do it better than me, but I'm just trying to give you real life stories. I'm not a retailer. I'm not checking market updates, so a lot of this is anecdotal, but you know, keep looking for your dream watch, and I hope you get it soon. Thanks for watching.